This is the Oscars podcast.
Starring Jack Little, Jonathan Webb, Sub Clark and Patrick Bulmer.
Hello and welcome to the Oscars podcast. This is the unofficial podcast of the 2015 awards ceremony, where we are going to look into a few small things. This includes the categories of the 2015 awards ceremony and, of course, Neil Patrick Harris's entrance. But now we'll get on to the programme, and which film category shall we start with?
What's that music?
This is from Birdman, I believe.
Yeah, it is from Birdman. It won Best Picture, but also, as well, in 3 other categories, Best Cinematography, Directing, and Best Original Screenplay. And just from a few clips from, say, YouTube, it looks like that is 4 well-deserved Oscars.
Why do you think that?
Well, one of the locations used in the film is inside a theatre, which has some great long takes in there, no quitting in between, which shows the extent of what is possible with the shots that they had. But all in all, it looks like a very, very well shot film.
So what else do you think is good about the film?
Well, I think that Michael Keaton's character is very similar to himself in a way because he played Batman in Tim Burton's films, and his character kind of went down the same route, so it looks like he's a reflection of his persona. Now moving on to our next winner is a tremendous film based on Stephen and Jane Hawking. This next film is The Theory of Everything.
Now, Theory of Everything. Deserved wins, do you think?
Oh yes, thoroughly deserved wins, but I really want to know how Eddie Redmayne actually played him. He was spectacular in the film. It just shows the Brits are the future stars.
Really? Really? Do you really think that?
Absolutely, and this proves that.
But also, it's another film which remarks itself as British, really.
How do you mean by that?
Well, it's the whole British identity, the sort of indications like the uniforms, the university opera, but as the whole British identity film, it's more the upper regime more than anything else.
Except for the voice, the American voice.
Now our last category goes into the Best Animated Feature, and this is the music that was attached to that film. It's Big Hero 6.
'Cause we could be immortals, immortals, just not for long.
Now, thoughts?
I thought it needed a win. It hasn't had a major win yet, but it was a deserved win when you look at it.
And what's it about?
Well, it's a film basically about family, because Baymax, the creation of Hero, the main character's brother, he essentially becomes that surrogate brother from him after Hero's brother's demise. But also as well, it's a film about culture, because you have, I think it's called San Francisco instead of San Francisco, and you have that sort of Asian epicenter of the community, as well as the technology which is embedded in the culture of the film as well. Right then, let's talk about the freaking host.
Who is that again?
It was the bloody amazing Neil Patrick Harris.
Flippin' love him.
Who doesn't?
I don't know.
Well, let's talk about his fucking entrance.
I've seen clips of that, and I'll say this. If I was sitting in that audience, well, I'd have been going like this. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, it's just like, what? What the hell is this? What is this? But more importantly, what exactly did he do?
Well, it was a Birdman spoof where he walks onto the stage in his underwear while Miles Teller is playing drums and goes not my tempo. It was so funny, but that's what he does best. He knows how to perform, and may I say perform well.
Well, it's just Neil Patrick Harris in general. He's just that funny kind of guy. He's this amazing raw talent that you just want to see over and over again.
Right, let's move on from the Oscars and let's talk about something really fucked up.
50 Shades of Fucked Up. I actually thought it was rather tame, especially for an 18.
Because I'm all about that. No trouble.
Who would really want to see this fucked up film?
Well, I'm only going to go if someone comes with me, provided they do not masturbate right next to me. That's going to be very off-putting for the film. But as well, in America, there's been reports of some cinemas actually putting plastic slip covers on some seats. So they've been quite naughty, those Americans. But also there's been reports in America of women actually, well, masturbating in the film.
Well, to be honest, it was only a matter of time before it happened. I'm surprised there's been only one.
No, I think that film was my hard limit.